Scientists have been disappeared, removed, you might say. There are others who are in hiding. There is a trend which has started. There is a nefarious activity. There are those who no longer want to be involved with these acts of war. The tyranny, you might say, that which they then can't go home and face their families knowing what they are involved in. No amount of money holding them, nor their secrecy close to their chest. This is not the fault of the people of this nation. This is a leadership which has gone awry and astray. This is through the development of many types of weapons, bio, cyber and the like. And this is the type of warfare that you will see played out upon your screens and upon your lands in times going forward. This is not necessarily where one set of troops is trumpeting and meeting another set of troops on the bloody battleground to soldier it out and see how many stand at the end. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Michelle Robinson. I'm a psychic medium. I'm an intuitive mentor and I'm a channel to high vibrational beings. So if this is the first time that you've come to my channel, welcome. There may be a few insights that are given that occasionally happens, those which are a little bit heavy going. So I connect in with angelics, Yeshua quite often, say Baba has stepped forward, Mother Mary, Mother Gaia, Federation Council, Horus, who's a warrior of the light, and various other very high vibrational beings with messages for humanity, ways to live, soul messages, information about things like spirit guides, usually very beautiful messages. And then occasionally there's a little bit of a build-up, and then the angelics give us some information about maybe just predictions and what to expect going forward. And they're trying to give it us in a way which is not bringing fear, but showing us a way to move forward successfully in our lives and within communities and in the lives of our families. So interestingly enough, I can let these go really easily. Like at the time it feels heavy and then I just get about my life. So I hope that you're able to do that as well, but then making the adjustments that are kind of brought to us as to ways to move forward. There's also a lot of insights which are brought forward. Often I get an idea of who is going to step forward beforehand, but lately it's been a bit of a surprise. I just don't really know, and then someone comes forward. I do connect in with Mother Gaia. I connect beforehand, and she quite often gives me some information. So I'm just here in Connecticut right now. Fires, Arson. Okay, that's just come through right now. And she gives me a little bit of information and she has told me to share it, which I keep forgetting to do. She's saying Taipei as well, Taiwan. So it's going to be under threat, upcoming. So there's just little bits of tidbits which are added in, interspersed throughout the episodes. So I know that's difficult if you haven't been here before and searching through the episodes. There is a description on each episode saying what it is kind of generally covering. So maybe that'll help if you're looking for kind of further information. Okay, so I'm just going to do my thing, connect in. So I am hearing Federation Councils and Triton, and I'm seeing the three-pronged fork. So maybe I'm going to address Triton. So I'm seeing what looks like choppy seas. And my awareness is going straight away to this and, okay, to this, the bubble on the sea. So this is where I meet the Federation Council, and I've become aware that it's not on our vibrational plane. It's in a galaxy far, far away. Look, I don't even know whether it's just a different vibrational plane or a different physical location, maybe both. But I am seeing in my mind's eye, it looks like a watery planet. So this is where Triton resides. Also, I'm hearing the sea gods. So I'm also seeing, well, I'm gather it's Neptune. I don't know why I think it's Neptune, but he's like a sea god with a long beard, and he also has a trident, a golden trident in his hand. He's showing me that he has like a mermaid fishtail. So I think this is just saying that he's of the sea. And then I'm hearing Poseidon. And in my last channeling for the members, there was information about the gods of old who are really stepping forward at this time, or who we are becoming more aware of and who are able to interplay with us again because of our raising vibrational level. So there's more that's going on. I'm hearing the Greek gods of old, and I know it wasn't just the Greek gods, but I'm hearing Poseidon again. And I'm seeing a creature in the sea. So now I'm just being aware of the sea. I am also seeing this domed, but it's like I'm external from it. This domed, it's like extending out over the ocean. And this is where the Federation Council meets, and they sit in a big oval room and an oval table. That's where I converse with them. And I am feeling that my energy wants to go in there. So that may happen. But what I am seeing is what looks like something out of Pirates of the Caribbean, where there's a multi-armed creature like a sea monster. Okay, there is something about this. So I'm seeing the sea monster wrapping its tentacles around a ship, and it does look very Pirates of the Caribbean. It's an old-fashioned ship, and it's being rocked by this sea monster and tipped over and pulled under the waves. I feel like I know where this is going. There is much that is going to surprise you, that which lurks beneath the sea, that which is man-made and nefarious in nature, that which is causing a maelstrom. So what I'm seeing is a submarine, and I have seen this before, and I didn't quite know the implication or the impact of it, but it's sending out some kind of force from this top of the submarine. So it's been designed to create a whirlpool effect, which when it's amplified, I'm hearing, and it's under subterfuge, and I'm hearing shadow government again. So maybe this is I don't know, by design. Anyway, it is sending out I'm hearing echo system. So maybe it's using sound in some way. I'm not sure, but it is powerful. It has a powerful effect, is what I'm hearing. It actually creates a whirlpool. So by the time it reaches the ocean, the top of the ocean, it's actually creating what is like a localized storm, enough which beset upon ships that are residing above it. So we're going to see some strange activity around naval vessels where it appears to be a very localized storm and they can't maintain their balance. And there's going to be ships. I'm seeing a ship going down. So this is not an environmental issue. This is not a localized storm creating a catastrophic effect. This is a man-made weapon. There are many of these man-made weapons. I'm being aware of the Federation Council again, and they are showing me some of these. We've gone up into the sky. I just keep hearing the word nefarious, and nefarious has been my new word for the last, I don't know how many months. And it's like nefarious this and nefarious that. And I did ask for another word once and got horrendous. So I think nefarious will be fine. But there's a strobe effect. There's a pulsatility coming from the satellite. There are many. I'm hearing Chinese, Russian. I'm hearing USSR. I always get the Soviet reference. I don't even know if there is a USSR, but I've got to go with what I'm getting. This is the angelics. They'll say Constantinople and Saigon and places that are of old and use some sometimes older terminology as well. Okay, so the satellites, I'm back in the skies. There is not much that goes on that is that these satellites are unaware of. They have capabilities beyond your imagining, including being able to hone in very closely on their targets and create coordinates. Okay, there is also the capability of laser beam type activity that which will set infernos upon certain locations. So there will be what appears to be certain arson attacks, and I'm seeing buildings, large factory buildings. I feel like these could be storage areas for, I'm hearing, grains and other goods. So these are ways of undermining another nation, another country's wealth in a different way, their abundance, where there's exported goods, such as I'm hearing grains again. So we're going to see more targeted approaches that are involving supply, interfering with supply of necessities such as, well, I'm hearing food and water. This is a coordinated attack. There is also going to be the effect of bushfires, which are rampaging. So this is already occurring. This began some time ago. And I feel I'm going back to LA. So there was beginnings around that time where there was something quite concentrated and noticeable. So again, I'm hearing the word subterfuge. This is occurring almost under the blanket of night, you could say. I do feel like one nation is almost aware of what is the potential of another nation. So there are many scientists who have been involved with such projects. So I'm hearing NASA scientists, and you must understand that this is why there has been a disappearing act. And this has come up before, but maybe there's just people that haven't heard this on this channel. 13, I'm hearing 13 scientists have been disappeared, removed, you might say. There are others who are in hiding. There is a trend which has started. There is a nefarious activity. There are those who no longer want to be involved with these acts of war. The tyranny, you might say, that which they then can't go home and face their families knowing what they are involved in. No amount of money holding them nor their secrecy close to their chest. And so there are those that have employment which is not compatible with life, them having and holding too much data, too much secret knowledge. There will be some facts which will be dug up around this and will be presented to the general public. But I am seeing that there will be a populace which will be in disbelief. No, this can't be true. This is another theory, and we are being brought scare tactics, and we should pay no mind. In actual fact, this data is correct and true, and your governments are not acting in a fair and equitable manner for all nations, imagining that those who are residing in a different nation as part of that population are your brothers, the same as your neighbour. You were just born in a different geographical location under a different cultural umbrella, and often different nefarious leadership. This does not pit one brother against another. This does not give anyone the right to end the life of an infant, of a child, of a mother carrying out her duties to look after her family, of a farmer who is growing the grain and heeding the call to prayer on a regular basis, being very devout in their endeavors and looking out for their families. We must look to each other as a general populace and say this is not the fault of the people of this nation. This is a leadership which has gone awry and astray. This is through the development of many types of weapons, bio, cyber, and the like. And this is the type of warfare that you will see played out upon your screens and upon your lands in times going forward. This is not necessarily where one set of troops is trumpeting and meeting another set of troops on the bloody battleground to soldier it out and see how many stand at the end. This is one that is a lot more subtle. but is already underway and will be amplified in times going forward. There is a seemingly population, the shadow government that we have spoken of, has a agenda, a program that of elimination, that where the population is too great and finding ways to reduce and control, to create fear, to herd the masses, you may say, and concentrate their efforts on, look, here we will be the savior. We can provide you with this grain. If you are involved in our program, then we can diligently provide you and your family with X amount of a solution. So this is how it appears it will be playing out for you. These nefarious activities leading ultimately to a control situation. Your AI also being utilized to as an involvement in this going forward as well, and therefore being aware that too much reliance on maybe digital, I'm hearing activities through your for your welfare, for your endeavors, being perhaps that which may create a lack of alternatives for you going forward, that where you will need to keep concentrating your efforts on that which has been provided to you because there is no other avenue. So creating that avenue which is not reliant upon that which the nation is providing, which is not reliant on a handout, you might say, which is not reliant on a digital identification to utilize certain programs. These are the truths that we bring you, knowing knowing that a lot of you have been saying, well, this is all very interesting, the baking of the bread and the growing of one's own vegetables, the stepping into your own independent endeavors, and yet what does that have to do with me? I am quite comfortable in the bed I have made myself at this time. This bed is like an air mattress. At any time, it may garner a slow-moving leak, that which will soon bring you down with a plonk onto the hard ground beneath you, the hard reality of a situation that is beset you, which has been designed and planned to roll out over a period of time. You will understand more about this before the end of this year. I'm hearing before the dawning of the new year. There will be some more trumpeting around this. So I just always feel like that's the heralding or the talking or the seeing. Some of this will be displayed upon your screens. It will be hard to ignore. It will be hard for you to say, no, this is not occurring. Everything is fine. Everything will be fine moving forward. Instead, there will be questions that are raised. There will be that which is prompted in the back of your mind. Actually, I do remember that was spoken about on this channel, and now perhaps this is the implications or the effects of what I have heard. There was a vessel that had a very localized, strange situation, a small maelstrom, you may say, like a hurricane, and lo and behold, it did sink. This was a Navy vessel. It may have been British, belonging to the British Army. Okay, so I have seen that before. Oh, I've got shivers. And I did think it might have been American, but I feel it's an allied force, and I'm just seeing BR British. I feel it's going to be maybe British So you can see that warfare has developed and changed, and these means have been sitting in a back pocket and been developed over many a millennia, or I'm hearing since World War One. So this was the form of warfare developed by the Kaiser, for example. And I'm seeing Einstein again and aware that I've conferred a few times with Einstein. So I'm seeing him again, and he's puffing on his pipe, and he's almost like coming through to say, see, I have told you, and we have conferred about this, and now over time you can see the effects of this. And so he too was asked to be involved in chemical warfare during World War One, along with his colleagues and other, I'm hearing, professional bodies and scholars. And there was not much in the way of alternative available to them. It was a put up or shut up situation for the scientists involved, these professional bodies. He is saying that he did sign a mandate that scientists shouldn't be used in this manner, but it came to naught. And so too, and so forth, have things rolled out from this time forward, that which has created atrocities that you have seen, such as the atomic bomb. And I'm hearing Hiroshima. There has been much warfare which has been created from that time. And I'm hearing North Korea and ballistics and missile testing. There have been many nations which have been keeping dirty secrets tucked within their pockets, those which are barely concealable. And I'm seeing maybe off, was it around the Hawaiian Islands or something, some kind of testing and testing in like desert areas of Australia. There is that which is buried deep within Antarctica, that which is also nefarious in nature, a large base, you may say, one that has other off-worldly elements. And I'm seeing what looks like some kind of large aircraft, but it could have elements. I'm hearing graphite, so there's something about the exterior components of this which is maybe otherworldly. So what I'm seeing about this is that it's not always illuminated, so that it can operate. It's like how I'm seeing it is almost like it disappears. So it can operate in a stealth mode, that which would surprise you, that which just leaves an impact of the air that it was in. So it's like it's can't be seen, or it's reflecting the environment around it or something along those lines, so that you get a vague impression of it, but you can't really see it. Again, I'm hearing stealth mode. There have been, and I'm seeing reptilian now, involvement in many of these projects. This is a hand in glove, a cloak and dagger situation, one that Dracula would be proud of. Oh, I'm just seeing Count Dracula like, So, as you can see, there are many, I'm hearing boys, and they have many toys. And these toys are about to concentrate their rain upon an unsuspecting globe. This is a time of trial and tribulation for all. This is a time where I feel almost like the amount of coin you have in the bank is not going to be the thing that's going to see you through. That is not necessarily the way forward. The way forward is in those things which we have brought to you previously. And I'm back to Neptune in the sea. And I just see him from his torso up. He's got a bare chest and he's holding his trident. And I feel like there are many gods and the like which are there pitting their will and might for peace and assisting with this dominion that is occurring on the earth's plane. There are many which have, and I'm seeing raised the sword, and I'm seeing Michael, and they are fighting relentlessly with other energies above the earth's plane, and they are clearing the way and assisting Mother Gaia to raise her vibration. And I'm hearing her ire because her ire is definitely rising. So much of these nefarious activities having very detrimental effects upon her in the earth plane. This is like a series of bee stings, as if one has flown into a beehive. This is one that she can no longer tolerate. This energy has woken and built her wrath, and she will be rising in her ire and I'm just seeing break these chains and part from some of this nefarious activity. So understand that your best weapon is to move with her into these higher vibrational planes. This we have told you. So this is the reason why cowering in fear in your cupboard is not the way forward. It is the opposite, to stand up with all of your might and raise your face to the heavens and raise your arms and say, I can move forward using a much more peaceful and prosperous means. I will not be affected by this nefarious activity. I will remain unconcerned and I will make adjustments as I see fit. And I will bring, so I'm seeing, I will bear the flag of the globe. So I'm seeing like one united flag, and it's just got Mother Earth on it. And on this flag, I will fly this flag in support of Mother Earth. So doing that instead of looking to other nations and saying, oh, this nation, they are so terrible, and that nation has behaved in this way. This is not coming from the people of this nation. They are being coerced into a movement against each other. And again, this is by design. And this is following a nefarious leadership. And this nefarious leadership is being puppeteered from those above. And I see them sitting above, and they're not in a high vibration, but I just see them having the strings and they're in the shadow. And I keep seeing, I'm just literally seeing Trump with his face has come forward, and so has Xing, I don't even remember his name, the Chinese leadership. And I'm hearing Stalin, but I'm seeing Putin, seeing Putin's face. And they're just leaning forward out of the shadows. And I keep seeing the red tie in the dark. They've got dark suits on, and their faces are all impassive and grim. And this is a game. It's like they're sitting down playing dominoes or playing poker. And now I'm seeing them literally with, the clear, like the cigars and the poker hats and the jacket off and the shirt with I don't know what it is, a band, and the waistcoats, as if this is all but a game, all but a concentrated, I'm hearing make believe farce of enmity. In actual fact, and I see them clapping each other on the back. Okay, so it's almost that they are in cahoots, but they are not actually in control. The control is coming from afar, from that which resides on our earth plane in control, providing them with abundance for their activities. And I'm hearing again nefarious activities. So once again, we have lifted that blanket. We are, and it's like a window wiper on a dirty windscreen. We are trying to clear the way. We are showing you what is abounding upon your earth, that which you likely do not want to see. We have led you down this path step by step, so that this is, you may say, a gentle awakening to the truth of the matter. We bring this to you at this time, for things are about to get a little louder, and some activities may confuse you. Was this a natural state of affairs, or was this intentional? Understand that there is a combination of both that which are going on at this time. Mother Earth raising her ire, raising her vibration, and not being able to do so without some natural occurrences, those being amplified by the powers that be to create a more catastrophic situation. There are many events which cannot be attributed to climate change. There are many environmental factors which are being manipulated. Climate control, you may say. We are aware of all of this on a higher plane. This is being monitored and noted. And I'm seeing by the Federation Council. This has been a calamity, but one where we also have a blueprint and a plan in our back pockets, one which is being executed at this time. And this is for the good of mankind, those who wish to work in unison with Mother Gaia for a brighter future ahead. And I'm seeing flowers and butterflies and walking through just peace and sun on the face. So understand, while this nefarious activity and this reptilian group and shadow government feel they may have an upper hand, there is another higher power at play, that which supersedes and will eventually eliminate these issues. So seeing yourself strongly through this time, remaining independent and sovereign, reaching to the higher planes for the support that we can provide to you, and knowing that a bigger hand is supporting all that happens, but also understanding that this does not mean sitting back and waiting for that support to save you. This is a combined effort of all on this plane to step forward and step up. All of those light workers who said, I will be here at this time to support this cause. I will raise my sword, I will be strong, and I will show mankind the way forward. This is important, you see, for there are many of you who still wait to be saved, knowing that it is your lights that are turning on, that is part of the plan, part of the blueprint which we have created moving forward. This is the one that will lead you to gentler and calmer shores. There will be some noise in between, but riding through this time and knowing that the noise means that there are issues that are beset upon those who are currently pulling the strings. They needing to increase the din, to increase the distraction for the light workers, the higher vibrational souls on this planet, trying to topple and reduce their sovereignty. So understanding that if you do not maybe become so involved, so caught up, so treacherized, or you don't kind of get caught up in the fear of the treachery, then this allows you to keep rising, and therefore this is the battle. Here is where you are doing the most good. Here is where you are the most helpful, and where we will elevate out of these depths. We thank you for listening to our tale, that which began in the sea with the maelstrom, that which led you to the satellites in the sky, creating I'm hearing arson attacks, that which led you to a shadow government and a disappearing stealth plane from Antarctica, that which has brought to you information about otherworldly off-planet activity. This may be very hard to digest, as we also threw in a sea monster. But this is also our way of giving you information in a way that it may be slightly more digestible. We thank you again for spending the time and listening to what we have to share. And we enjoy this time with you. We enjoy linking arms with you as a united force during this time and in times going forward. We are a united army, you see. You have partnered with the Federation Council for better times going forward. This is a very strong high vibrational partnership. It has strength beyond that of compare. You must see there is nothing that compares to that of a light army. And so we bow to you and we thank you for your time, and we leave you now. Oh my gosh, for crazy activity, that was really fun. Oh my God, that is crazy though. I just saw the ship. Okay, so they're creating like whirlwinds to bring ships down from under the sea. Stealth mode, hey? I'm just going to have to listen to that. I always do, but that was so interesting. I don't even really know who that was. I'm hearing Federation Council. Okay, that was Triton from the Federation Council, because I'm seeing the Trident again. I'm loving talking to the Federation Council. I haven't really talked to them for a while. I think the last one was the members, which was also really fun. But yeah, that was great. Like a really good way, a good weekend way to bring that information to us, seeing as this is going up on Saturday. Anyway, we are the high vibrational light army. So I really love that. Anyway, I hope everyone who's watching this in the weekend is having a wonderful weekend, and that this doesn't disturb you too much. I am finding a lot of these messages not as disturbing as perhaps I should, and I hope you guys are feeling the same. It's more things that are going on, and let's open up our eyes. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for your beautiful comments, and I really look forward to bringing you some more in the next episode. I'll see you then.